Hey everybody, watch this review here. They look at the Nendoroid Kaito from the hit series Vocaloid. For those of you not familiar with Vocaloid, it's a audio synthesizer. Very popular. Kind of think of like a normal instrument synthesizer, except for you can input your own lyrics and then an automated voice will sing them out, and you can adjust the pitch and other stuff. I've never really messed with the program, but it also tosses in different imagery and stuff, and each character sort of represents a type of voice as well as the physical character seen on the screen during those scenes. Or at least that's how I believe it works. I've never actually used the programs myself, or games if you will, and I've only seen a few videos of the stuff. Now, for those of you not familiar with Nendoroids, or I think I pronounced that right, Nendoroids? Yeah. But it's a line of super deformed action figures where you have the typical sort of chibi, big-headed style with the huge eyes and the smaller bodies that has a lot of interchangeable, swappable parts, such as the faces. Occasionally come with alternate arms and stuff. Actually, typically the eyes themselves are more characteristic to the actual art style, not specifically to the Nendoroids, but at any rate, this is the first one I've picked up, and I figured, you know what, I'll review it. So, 1 second, let me open this box up. And here we have Kaito in all his Nendoroid goodness. Now, Kaito comes with a stand, as I believe most Nendoroids do, which you have to assemble. Well, actually, you don't have to assemble it. You could just throw it out for if you wanted, but given that the characters kind of need them to stand, I would advise assembling this, which kind of snaps into the back of the legs. As mentioned, this is the first Nendoroid I've bought. I didn't buy it so much because I like the character per se, but because he resembles another character I do like who hasn't really had a lot of figure releases, and that would be Ryuho of Scryed, another anime. Now, in addition to the stand, it comes with a whole load of accessories. We have a scarf that you can pop on if you remove the head. This looks like an alternate arm here, I think. Oh no, that's the alternate leg, sorry. Wow. And then 2 alternate hands, / arms, as well as a popsicle, which I'd rather see with a female character than a male character. And 2 faces, one happy, eyes closed, and one kind of angry one. Oh no, it's a good amount of accessories. Although I really like this face and probably leave it on him most of the time, let's just see what the other ones look like on the character. Now, to change the faces / heads, you just pull out the hair like so. Right. Takes a little bit of force there, especially because this is the first time it's been removed. But that's the head. Now, you'll notice that it's ball jointed, but only so much in the sense that I guess it's kind of like a ball and peg, not like a true ball joint, if you will. So let's get the angry face going on. Let's get the rage going. So, same method for popping it back in. Pretty easy transition. And actually, let's toss on the scarf because, scarf's kind of hard to put on, but you'll notice it like kind of flops around. I mean, if they had the neck part coming out, you could just pop that like that, and then, I don't know, it wasn't as hard as I thought it'd be. And here we go. This is the angry Kaito. You can tell he's angry by looking at those eyes. So they're not happy eyes. Let's see if we have a fist in here. Yes, we have something resembling a fist. Awesome. So now we pop off the arm. You'll notice that the articulation for this is just rotation. And pop that in there. And he's going to punch you. Look out. So yeah, pretty cool. Let me just pause the camera for a second. We'll toss in the other one. And now he's happy, probably because he's his popsicle. Almost too happy though, so let's just take that popsicle away. Raw. Huh? No! Angry face! Quick, what the hell did I do with the popsicle? Gotta get back in there. There we go. Much better now. Now, let me give you a quick run through of the articulation and accessories. Although I previously talked a little bit about the accessories, I should clarify that the alternate arms are just for the right arm. The basic one is just the same as we see on the left. It's an outstretched arm. One alternate is a crooked arm that is out a bit further than this. It's really noticeable once you have it in there, plus this one doesn't seem to fit all that well for some reason. And this one was originally the popsicle arm, but I took out the popsicle hand. Now the fists themselves are all interchangeable. They're on pegs so they can rotate, as you can see here. So you can have an open hand for this pose or whatever. Let me just quickly show you how the other pose looks, but as mentioned, it is out quite a bit further, and you know, it doesn't really seem to serve much use from what I can see. Toss back in the default. Now the head rotates. It'll go up and down a little bit. You'll also notice that he has a little mic here, so that's because these are singers. We have a rotating waist here, in addition to kind of ball-jointed legs, but it's the crappier kind of ball joint where you have the line on it and then it'll go out one way, but then you have to physically rotate the hip to get it to kick out the other way. In general, though, I don't think he stands terribly well. I mean, like, you'll get him to stand, but then when you're messing around with him while he's on the stand, he'll just start going flying. And then, of course, you have to get the standing position just right. So it's pretty utilitarian articulation. I mean, it'll do a little bit, and it's mostly designed so it can be well concealed and not show up on the sculpt itself. Now, I probably won't pick up a lot of Nendoroids, mostly because of the expense to these. I picked this one up at a Hobby Search. I believe he had a pre-order that sold out pretty quickly. I mean, with these things you have to always pre-order just because they do tend to, you know, kind of sell fast, but he was 2,429 yen. I had a 117 point discount for 117 yen. And then because of their discount shipping program, I got it for 390 yen for a total of about 2,700 yen, which works out to be a little bit over 30 bucks American. So yeah, a little bit costlier. I mean, for import-wise, I'll probably keep buying stuff like Figmas and Revoltex and, you know, not so much this stuff. But Kaito is one of the first Nendoroids who actually caught my eye, so I figured I would pick him up. Just to see what I thought of him and so forth, and, you know, he is pretty cool. The one thing, though, that's kind of odd is, although we have, like, the little indentations and stuff for the detailing the arm there, this alternate arm here doesn't actually have those indents, so I'm not sure if that's a production error or if they just went a little cheap on that. But yeah, kind of like this one. Till next time, folks. I realized I forgot about the alternate leg, but this is what it looks like. I don't feel like putting on them, so, you know, use your imagination, folks. Also, I should mention the fact that some of these parts, I believe a lot of them possibly are interchangeable, so you can have different faces on this, use the different hair on the different characters. You know, kind of cool.